Welcome to Startup Confidential, what industry insiders will never tell you that you need to know if you're building a consumer brand. With your host, best-selling author of Ramping Your Brand, Dr. James Richardson. Let's do this.
Welcome to episode 150, Poppy versus Pepsi Prebiotic. Wait, what? This episode features the charming story of an insurgent brand, Poppy, and its inevitable legacy-branded copycat, Pepsi Prebiotic. What caught so many by surprise in the latter's announcement this summer is that the same company has both product lines. Why? Why would you rip yourself off, so to speak? Did some Pepsi executive go down an AI rabbit hole by typing in the phrase, desperate ass saving innovation, please? Well, I don't think so. There is a point to Pepsi's weird brand extension. And it's a point that, if we understood some of the buried logic, reminds us of the elephant in the room when founders launched de novo brands into the world. Brands like Poppy. And that elephant is, you have no brand. Just some trademark UPCs. Oops. Now, when you have huge brand awareness and an iconic brand, you make different choices about innovation than a founder would. Because you don't have to work as hard as the folks behind Poppy did to get attention for your latest and greatest. When I witnessed the overwhelming LinkedIn trashing of Pepsi Prebiotic in July, my mind immediately went back to the corporate innovation folks I used to work with, the folks who drool at the phrase breakthrough innovation in the title of a Teams meeting. Will they let us build a new brand from scratch? No, they won't. Get real. Instead, Pepsi Prebiotic is what the C-suite tends to sign off on after immersing in the latest category trends, because this kind of rapid extension of a proven new attribute is in the best financial interests of the company. As you rise in these orgs, creative disruption matters less than de-risking innovation to keep EPS flat or growing. The poor trapped innovation people just can't accept the concept of de-risking, and hence no one up top listens to them. BigCo is set up to follow trend after one or more early-stage brands have scaled the attribute or attributes in question. This following posture removes most of the risk, and so these large companies always follow the early-stage innovator with extensions of their iconic brands. Brands that have 75% plus unaided awareness. Some have 90% plus unaided awareness. These dominant brands are well trusted, eliminating the number one barrier to trial every founder who has stood for hours at their own demo table has experienced. Wait, who are you? What's the brand? Every political fiber inside a public holding company aligns to avoid supporting low awareness brands. It's like going to school without clothes on. That's dreadful for these folks. The point of innovation is to defend the market share of well-known brands. Very few teams, very few, are ever set up inside public holding companies to birth de novo brands like the teams behind DiGiorno, Mio water enhancers, Go-Gurt, or Gold Peak tea. The phrase set up, in this case, means having the political autonomy to break the org's primary rules, or at least most of them. Poppy, on the other hand, had all the autonomy you could possibly want and need. What was there to lose? This built-in risk-prone orientation is why early-stage brands will consistently outperform legacy brands in scaling new attributes, like prebiotic, and technical processes, like sous vide pre-cooked meat. And there is nothing I see in the ecosystem that will change. So instead of mocking Pepsi Prebiotic, we should actually be applauding Pepsi for staying in their follower lane. Either buy the trend or follow it with an extension. These two paths are what big holding companies do really, really, really well. Now, the other part of the story here is what Poppy and Olipop both pulled off in tandem as they chased each other during the last 7 years. Many, many industry insiders have had to eat their prior words when someone brings up prebiotic soda or Poppy or Olipop. Fiber in my soda? Ridiculous! From a top-line perspective, this soft drink segment has literally appeared out of nowhere in the past 2 years alone. The speed of its emergence reminds me a lot of Greek yogurt in the 2000s or vodka seltzers in the 2010s. According to Nielsen IQ data just released by Axios, this new soft drink segment yielded almost $800 million in past 12 months sales as of early January. It's safe to say that this degree of volcanism at cash registers had little to do with some parallel consumer explosion of interest in the nuanced wonders of prebiotic fiber in one's everyday diet. The story here is less about the spread of microbiome fixation and more about the classic rise of a sexy new attribute outcome signal with a cohort that was ready and waiting. So, folks, I'm not kidding you. Be prepared for prebiotic Lipton tea, prebiotic Diet Pepsi, and prebiotic Tropicana. They're coming. That's honestly all I've got for this episode, folks. And hey, please tap the subscribe button below or visit my channel page and do the click dance there. I desperately need to get to 1,000 subs to accelerate visibility here on YouTube, and you are my only hope of doing so. Oh, and it's free to subscribe. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Remember, Dr. Richardson has loads of resources for founders at premiumgrowthsolutions.com.